our main topic of the day,
Mhm.
and we talking about safe spaces today. So I don't know if the people heard at the beginning, but tell the people what your definition of a safe space is, and then we're gonna get into it because you know how we do. It starts off at one thing as one thing and ends up as another, and we're okay with that because we're just
Right.
flowing.
Well, first of all, I know what a safe space is. I don't per se have a definition for it because it's not a word or words that I use. It's not a phrase that I use.
Mhm.
So I know what safe spaces are. I know when I'm in an environment to where I can share freely and I feel comfortable. I know what it is, but I didn't give it the terminology safe space.
Mhm.
So it's just I was saying it's not a term of my generation. But I do know what it is because I know I have friends that use that terminology, but because our lifestyles are different from having kids to our work environment, it's not a terminology that I use, although it's like, I was free to say that with you because I felt like I was in a safe space. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
said it. So it's just not a terminology that I use, but I know what it is. I guess so. To answer your question, I guess my definition is um places and people that I feel comfortable with to share information, to be myself, which I'm always myself, but there's different versions of myself that I feel comfortable being where I am and who I'm with. So that would be my definition of it.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay, so yeah. So my and I feel you on that one because actually you brought up an aspect of a safe space that I didn't even think about, because when I think of safe spaces, I'm thinking, okay, who who is when I think of a safe space, I don't think of a place, I think of a person.
Mhm.
And so and environment definitely has a lot to do with it as well. But for me, it's like I don't want to say mental, it's a mental thing. It's like, okay, who is my safe space?
Mhm.
Who do I feel free to share this information with? Who do I feel free to share? Who do I feel free to be more vulnerable with? Who do I feel free to share this business idea and I know that they're not going to take off with it because I didn't have them, sign an NDA or whatever for it. So yeah, for me, safe spaces are, people who I can talk to and just share things with and be myself. I am myself also, but at some to some extent, if I'm not around the right people, if I don't feel the right energy, then I'm more reserved. I'm myself, but I'm friendly. I'm very friendly, but I'm more reserved. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm
I
just
know
checking
exactly
out to
what you mean.
see. I'm just checking out